I'm back. Let's do Locked On Lions for a Tuesday night.
You are Locked On Lions, your daily Detroit Lions podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Let's play it, everybody, on a Tuesday night, August the 16th, and a Wednesday, August 17th. Locked On Lions on the Locked On Podcast Network. Let me fix my camera here and get you ready. Let's do this, everybody. Matt Dery with you. Great to have you along. Great to have you with us. We're back, rested from vacation. Wagwan. Wagwan. What's up? How's everybody doing? Back. I'm refreshed. We just watched, many of you just watched the second episode of Hard Knocks. We will get into that. Thanks for making us your first listen each and every day. We got 2 Hard Knocks episodes to talk about. We got to recap the first preseason game. We got to talk about an injury that is just not even a head scratcher, not even a shocker. We got to talk about the player that is the talk of training camp and the preseason. All of that coming up. Joint practices with the Colts starting tomorrow and Thursday, and then Saturday afternoon, the game with Indy. All of that tonight here on Locked On Lions. Matt Dery with you. Find me on Twitter at Dery Speaks, D-E-R-Y Speaks, at Locked On Lions on Twitter, and the Matt Dery Facebook fan page. I had a scheduled vacation a long time ago with travel and things in my personal life with my kids and everything else. I had to move it. And here I'm out of the country. All right. I'm literally out of the country. And my phone blows up. I was in Central Time. And my phone blows up last week at this time from many of you and the listeners on Twitter again. And of course, YouTube as well. Watch us on YouTube, follow us on YouTube, subscribe to the page, and check out the video portion of the Locked On Lions YouTube page. I'm all over the place. I apologize. But the tweets and everything that came in at Dery Speaks and some of you on Facebook, I appreciate it. Yes, we were on. Locked On Lions was on. The first episode of Hard Knocks on HBO, and if you watch on the app, HBO Max, last Tuesday. So a lot of you heard me, and I appreciated it. It was really cool to be on the show. I was not on tonight because I've been gone, but just to give you a little background on it. And I don't like talking about myself, so this is not going to be a long segment. I'm not one of these that puts the stuff up on Twitter and Facebook like, hey, look at me. I'm not a look at me guy, all right? We've been doing the show since 2016. I don't cover the team. I'm not a reporter. All right. I'm not Dave or Justin or Kyle or any of these guys. All right. I get the information. Just, everybody that covers the team does a great job. My job is to entertain you and give you a podcast every day with opinions, good guests. And we've been at this for 7 years since the network started in 2016. And to get recognized by HBO and to be contacted by them a couple of weeks ago where they basically Erin, E-R-I-N, she got a hold of me from NFL Films and said, hey, look, we like your show, and would you like to be on? Because we'd like to use some of your audio. Is that okay? I went, of course. And that was it. I did not reach out to them. They came to me and said they liked the show. And last week when they were talking about the up-downs and they showed Dan Campbell doing the up-downs on the first day of training camp, we talked about it on the show and got the audio love courtesy of Hard Knocks. So that was really cool. So maybe we'll be on some future shows. I don't know. Aaron's really cool. They say they like us and they will use more, hopefully. Obviously, we were gone last week. We want to recap tonight's show, which was very entertaining. But I'll say this about Hard Knocks and the Lions right here, right now. Folks, they are entertaining. They are together. The coaching staff is unbelievable in terms of personality. And it's been a fun watch. And for Lions fans, this is like heaven. The Lions have turned into America's team. Anybody and everybody is talking about the Lions. They are getting so much shine, it's crazy. But folks, I got to remind you of something. They better win some games because it'll all just look like it was a nice little big top and circus at 222 Rodwood Drive if this team does not come out and win. Hard Knocks and Jamal Williams' speeches and Deuce Staley and Aaron Glenn and Deuce Staley speaking to the team and Aaron Glenn speaking to the team and Dan Campbell dropping every F-bomb known to mankind. It's fun. It's fun. And NFL Films and Hard Knocks and HBO, they do a great job. Shannon and her team are doing an awesome job. The first two shows have been awesome. They are entertaining. And the team is entertaining. And this is cool, right? Because the other teams in this town are not so entertaining. The Lions are. But I'll say this, they better win. They better win football games. And after watching Friday night's preseason opener, I'm terrified. I am terrified of what might take place for the regular season opener. Folks, the Lions have got work to do on defense in a big way, especially against the run and against mobile quarterbacks. All right? And Philadelphia is going to come in here in week 1 and whoop the Lions' butts if they don't watch out. Philadelphia was the number 1 rushing team in the NFL last year, over 150 yards a game. And they got the read option with Jalen Hurts. You don't think Jalen Hurts and the Eagles aren't already game planning for a hungry rookie like Aiden Hutchinson, who was phenomenal in the preseason opener in the limited time he played? But that read option, get Aiden to bite a little bit. The Lions' interior D-line's a mess. The linebackers aren't any good. You saw it on the show. Kelvin Shepard, who's awesome. Shep. He called out every linebacker in the room except one. Their best linebacker right now is a 6th-round rookie. Rodrigo. He was the star of the show tonight again. Malcolm Rodriguez is your best linebacker. That's not a good sign. It's not. The kid is awesome. I'm rooting for him. I'm excited. Go Malcolm. Awesome. I hope he plays a lot. But he was taken in the 6th round for a reason. He's got serious flaws too. He's going to be very, very easy to pick on in the passing game. Big tight ends are going to abuse him. He's a rookie. He's small. Now, is number 44 getting dirty and getting in there and plugging holes against the run? Yes, he is. I love what I'm seeing from Malcolm Rodriguez. But teams will game plan for that. So I will say this. Let me go back to this. All right, I'm all over the place, so let's start with the preseason game first. Last Friday night, Malcolm Rodrigo, as they called him tonight on Hard Knocks, Rodrigo was easily the best player on the field. Malcolm Rodriguez was the best player on the field in the preseason opener. It was not even close. I watched the game. I checked it out on my phone. I had ways of getting it. Took me a while on my vacation. And by the way, the preseason broadcast was god-awful. Lions fix that. Come on. Do better. Shout out to Danny Rogers, my buddy. I think she did a good job on the sidelines, and she's a good interviewer. But the rest of it was garbage. It was a bad performance. That's number 1. Number 2, Malcolm Rodriguez was clearly, to me, the best player on the field. He was everywhere and really was plugging holes and making plays. And I think it's a shout out to him, and it's a testament to him and how hard he's worked. I think it's also an indictment of the rest of that linebacker room. I thought Aiden Hutchinson was excellent too when he was out there. And again, he only played 1 series, but he was attacking, holding penalty against him. The tackle for a loss did the Michael Jackson, Billie Jean thing, and that was cool. And I thought the first team offensive line was really, really good. Really, really good. My biggest concern is the interior D-line, and we're going to get to that momentarily, and the backup defensive backs. Now, poor Chase Lucas, the kid dropped the interception that would have won the game, but all in all, I mean, it wasn't horrible. The backup quarterbacks, David Blau on the show is phenomenal. What a great guy. You root for David Blau, but he's not good. He's not good. And there's reports out there now. The Lions are interested in Mason Rudolph. I want to get to that too, coming up momentarily. All right. Jumping around. It's my first show back, so just, bear with me. I'm kind of not as organized as I usually am. But here we are on Locked On Lions on a Tuesday night. And I want to tell you about our friends at AG1. All right. It's a product that my wife actually uses every single day. And she started taking AG1 because she wanted better energy in the morning, optimized immune system, doesn't love taking pills and vitamins, wanted a supplement that actually tastes great, wanted to see what the hype was all about. And they sent it to us months back, and she loves it. All right. Well, what is this stuff? With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. All the things. All right? AG1 is simple. All right? And it's easy to digest, and you drink it down, and you send it to family and friends and all that stuff. All right? It's really, really cool. Plus, it contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, all right? No nasty chemicals, no artificial anything, while still tasting good. It also costs you less than $3 a day. So you're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than that cold brew habit. All right? Right now, it is time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. Got to do it. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you do is visit athleticgreens.com/NFL Network. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/NFL Network to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. All right, Locked On Lions Tuesday night edition, late night after episode number 2 of Hard Knocks. Lions are going to be practicing with the Indianapolis Colts, and I love this. I absolutely love it. They're going to be having workouts and 11 on 11, 7 on 7, the whole thing. They're traveling to Indy today, and they will be practicing against the Colts Wednesday and Thursday before the Saturday afternoon preseason game. And here's a major concern, and I've said this before. You don't have Romeo Okwara. You don't have Josh Paschal. And now Levi Onwuzurike's hurt again. Onwuzurike is staying back in Detroit to rehab a sore back. Remember, last year, he was lousy as a rookie, did not play well, was a second-round pick, and then at the end of the year, all the Lions coaches says, well, he wasn't healthy throughout the year. He got a late start. Wait till he gets healthy. We're waiting. We're waiting on Onwuzurike. Onwuzurike and McNeil need to be healthy and need to be clogging up that middle. Brockers is getting up there in age, and you saw what the Falcons were able to do in that preseason opener. What are the Colts going to do with Jonathan Taylor? Although I don't think Jonathan Taylor will play this week, this Saturday. But what about in some of the practices this week? Levi Onwuzurike, it's this second round jinx. There's something in the water in Allen Park. Something in the air. This second round jinx is real. You know, we talked about this weeks ago. You got to go back to Darius freaking Slay in like 2013 to find a second round pick that did anything really well for the Lions. DeAndre Swift's coming. All right. But he's not exactly a Pro Bowler here. But the Teez Tabors, the Jelani Tavais, and now Onwuzurike, he isn't even with the team. They need him. That's a really weak spot right now, is on the interior of that defensive line. Can we call in Ndamukong Suh? Get Damo on the phone. Let's bring Sue back. Let's have one more lunch at Sue Way. Come on, Brad Holmes. Why not? He's still unemployed. Unless I missed that while I was on my vacation. The Lions' D-line is weak. It's getting pushed around at times in that game by the Falcons. And then they couldn't keep the edge. Quarterbacks are running everywhere. Mariota, Ritter. I'm concerned. And the linebackers outside of Rodriguez are doing nothing. Derek Barnes, an occasional flashy play. But, you saw it on Hard Knocks tonight. Kelvin Shepard, the linebackers coach, is basically saying in the linebacker room, you guys are getting lapped by a 6th-round pick shrimp over here. We're in number 44. And he's going to keep playing. That's not a good sign. You love it for Rodriguez, or as they called him on the show, Rodrigo. It's fun. It's a great story. But if a 6th-round pick that's undersized that is starting, what does that say about the rest of that linebacker room? But Onwuzurike, that hurts. He has got to get healthy. In a big way. Got to get healthy. All right. Where else am I going? I love the idea of the joint practice with the Colts this week. We're going to have reaction from that hopefully tomorrow and Thursday. It's a great test. I love the matchup too because the Colts offensive line is good. They push people around. And they're a ground and pound type of team with a little play action pass mixed in with now Matty Ice as their quarterback. But Jonathan Taylor is the real deal. Nyheim Hines. And, they've got some hosses up front. So you love the matchup. And this is where the Lions are going to get tested. We're going to find out if this defensive line can stand up to what the Colts have to offer. Because it could be a long couple days when you're watching Jonathan Taylor and Kelly and some of those guys, Nelson. Those guys are big-time offensive linemen for the Colts. But Dan Campbell said he has a lot of respect for Frank Reich. Frank Reich and Chris Ballard are kind of this, I'm not going to say gold standard, but they're kind of like the Antonetti, Chernoff, Francona type situation with the Cleveland Guardians baseball. Not exactly winning it all, but like highly respected front office, GM coach type of situation. I think Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell would like to be known around the league as like a Reich and a Ballard type. Colts are kind of a model of consistency of winning, no matter if it's been Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and now they feel like they've got their quarterback in Matt Ryan. Of course, I think they made the playoffs with Phillip Rivers. They came pretty darn close last year too before Carson Wentz gagged it away in week 17 in Jacksonville. All right, let's recap a little bit of Hard Knocks. I'm going to do that coming up next. A couple of sponsors here I got to tell you about, including our friends at Elias. How about this? It's almost the start of the NFL season. I love this time of year. We're all getting excited. And if you're into sports betting or fantasy, you need a competitive edge to win. That's why I highly recommend the Elias Game Plan app. That's right. The Elias Sports Bureau, the official statisticians of all the sports, they now have like an app for you. It's the ultimate sports betting and fantasy companion for the NFL, MLB, and NBA. Elias Game Plan is the only sports app from the most trusted name in sports stats. Like I said, the Elias Sports Bureau. This includes the NFL, folks. This app is awesome for you. Player news, league-validated player stats, team records. They got it all. Perfect for the preseason. You get player previews to help you draft a winning fantasy team. Team previews so you know what to expect as the regular season kicks off. Here's what I love about the app, all right? The minute somebody gets hurt, even if it's in a practice or a preseason game, and you might be out to dinner on a Friday night or something, right there, key injuries pops right up. You see it right there on the app. Take my advice, download the Elias Game Plan app today. With new features available all the time, take your game to the next level. NFL season is right around the corner, so don't wait. Find Elias Game Plan in the App Store or Play Store today. And hey, I was on vacation, so you know what I missed out on? Built Bar Puffs. If you haven't tried the Built Bar Puffs yet, you are depriving yourself of one of life's greatest joys. Covered in chocolate, marshmallow, it's the best. They're light, fluffy, chewy texture, real cookie dough chunks, and of course, they're covered in 100% real chocolate. All the joys of eating cookie dough without the hassle of making it. Plus, it's healthy for you. Cookie dough chunk puffs are only 160 calories, and they've got a whopping 15 grams of protein in them. They're like Built Bars, but they're marshmallowy, and they're puffs, and they're great. All right, you're going to love the new cookie dough chunk puff. Get yourself one at Built.com. Go to the website, Built.com. Use the promo code LOCKED15 and get 15% off your order. That's promo code LOCKED15. All right, we are back on Locked On Lions, Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every single day, thanks to Built Bar and the Built Puffs, thanks to Elias and all of our great sponsors here on the program. All right. Whoa. Coughing. Coming back from vacation. Feeling good. A couple of things from tonight's Hard Knocks. Number one, I liked the first episode. I thought Aiden Hutchinson singing Billie Jean was unreal. Dan Campbell is phenomenal on TV. He really is. I thought the Jamal Williams speech was a little overplayed. Almost felt like a made-for-TV type of thing. He's funny. I'm not ripping him. I'm just saying it was a little overdone. That's all I'll say. Tonight's show, a couple of things that I love. Number one, you can tell Dan Campbell absolutely loves Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds is going to play, and he'll be on this team, the wide receiver. Calls him the serpent of death. He said he wanted to kiss him but he was out of breath. Just absolutely loves him. That's one thing that stood out tonight. Number two, the whole Malcolm Rodriguez thing, Rodrigo, was fun. He's going to be on every show. What was interesting was when Kelvin Shepard said, you guys better watch out. This guy's going to take your spot. And the camera panned on Jared Davis, who, by the way, overran a play on Friday night. What can you say? I don't think Jared Davis is going to make this team. I don't think he's going to make the team. DeAndre Swift. There are different ways to look at when you watch Hard Knocks. There's different ways to kind of look at DeAndre Swift. Deuce Staley is basically saying, you are going to be a star, and you can be a star. But there's something holding him back. I don't know what it is. There's something holding him back. And they're pushing him hard. They're riding him. You can be great, but you're not yet. You can do this, but you're not yet. Hey, DeAndre, watch this film here. Cut back and it's a touchdown. Use a stiff arm, but you ran out of bounds instead. Then in the preseason game, he didn't stay inside. He ran and bounced outside and got 3 yards instead of 30 yards. And Staley's all over him. So you could tell they're coaching these guys. But DeAndre Swift does need to do more, and the coaches are telling him. And we're seeing this behind the scenes. You know? Like, it's almost like you watch and you go, man, Swift seems like a cool guy, and they're on him. That's good. But if we're in week 6 or 7 going, maybe the hype's not real. Maybe he does make too many mistakes. Maybe he's not tough enough. I don't know what it is. Keep an eye on that. Amon-Ra St. Brown was awesome tonight on the show. His dad and the whole bodybuilding thing. And for Amon-Ra too, and we've heard this story before, but to do it on camera and name the 16 wide receivers taken in front of him and what school they went to was pretty sweet. I like that. David Blau featured on the show. Seems like a great guy. Drops the snap, and then his teammates were kind of rallying him around him. Jared Goff put his arm around him and stuff. What I find very interesting is reports out of Pittsburgh that Mason Rudolph might get the boot from the Steelers because they've got Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, and that the Lions, according to Andrew Filipponi of 93.7 Sports in Pittsburgh, that the Lions are interested in Mason Rudolph. The Lions' backup quarterbacks, and again, I'll say this, I don't think they're very good. I don't know if dropping the snap and fumbling and causing the Lions to lose the first preseason game is reason to dump David Blau and trade for Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph, to me, is a backup at best also. Is he better than Boyle and Blau? I guess. But I'm not a big fan of Mason Rudolph's at all. And it's obvious he's not very good if he's being beaten out by career backup Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, who everybody doesn't think is ready. So we watched Mason Rudolph last year. The Lions basically were handing Mason Rudolph and the Steelers that game last year in Pittsburgh, and Rudolph didn't want it. So that was a bit of a head scratcher to read about that this week. Don't know if there's any truth to it. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Thanks for making us your first listen. Thanks for watching on YouTube, Locked On Lions, Locked On Podcast Network. Great to be back. We'll be back again tomorrow.